Fantasy football fans, let's be honest. The flex position is where championships are won and lost. You might draft a superstar quarterback or running back, but when it comes down to Sunday, it's those tough flex calls that can make or break your week. That's why Week 2's flex rankings are here to give you a guide through the chaos. With 150 options across running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. The focus is all about maximizing value in 0.5 PPR formats. Injuries, depth chart shifts, and breakout performances from Week 1 have completely reshuffled the board. And that means managers need to think strategically. Whether you're trying to decide between a boom or bust wideout or a consistent RB2, the rankings offer perspective on who deserves a spot in your lineup. Week 2 is often where trends start to solidify, so getting the flex right now could give you the edge you'll carry into the rest of the season. The running back pool always dominates fantasy conversations, and Week 2 is no exception. After Week 1, we've seen a mix of surprises and disappointments, but the rankings suggest a few clear patterns. Elite backs like Christian McCaffrey and Bijan Robinson remain near the top, offering both volume and touchdown upside. Yet the deeper you go, the more difficult the decisions become. Players splitting carries, rookies breaking through, and backups stepping into bigger roles due to injuries are suddenly in play. This is where the 0.5 PPR format adds nuance. Backs who catch passes out of the backfield gain valuable points even if their rushing yards aren't eye-popping. That means guys who might not hit 100 yards can still deliver strong flex numbers with a handful of receptions. For managers unsure whether to start a WR3 or a pass-catching back, these rankings help put value into context. Wide receivers, though, are where the flex gets truly interesting. With so many targets up for grabs across the league, the rankings highlight WR2s and WR3s who can explode in any given matchup. Players tethered to elite quarterbacks often see their value rise even if they aren't the number one option on their team. A prime example is how secondary receivers benefit when defenses key in on established stars. Week 2's rankings spotlight receivers who may not have delivered in Week 1, but are lined up for bounce-back performances thanks to favorable matchups. The volatility at wideout can be both exciting and nerve-wracking. One week, you might get 20 points. The next, you might get 3. But that's the nature of the flex. The rankings are a reminder to look beyond name value and pay attention to targets, snap counts, and how defenses are likely to match up. Tight ends are often the toughest call for flex spots, but Week 2 offers some intriguing possibilities. Beyond the elite names like Travis Kelce or Mark Andrews, most fantasy managers are working with players who are touchdown dependent. The rankings account for this by slotting in TEs who saw consistent red zone usage in Week 1, as that's often the best predictor of future scoring. In a 0.5 PPR league, a tight end who catches 4 passes and finds the end zone can easily outscore a mid-tier receiver. That makes them a viable, if risky, flex option. Injuries also create opportunities. When a team loses a top wideout, suddenly the tight end becomes the quarterback's safety blanket. Week 2 flex rankings highlight exactly which tight ends might be primed for that role, giving managers another angle to consider. It's not about blindly chasing touchdowns. It's about identifying players in the right offensive situations. At the end of the day, Week 2 flex rankings aren't about handing you a perfect lineup. They're about giving you the tools to make smarter decisions. With 150 names on the list, the idea is to weigh upside against floor, matchups against opportunity, and health against consistency. Injuries will shift things throughout the week, so staying updated with official reports is key. Players tagged as questionable, doubtful, or out will obviously change the landscape, and fantasy managers who adapt fastest often come out on top. Week 2 is when the panic starts for those sitting at 0 and 1. But it's also when savvy lineup choices can swing a season in your favor. The flex spot is your wild card, your secret weapon, and your chance to squeeze out those extra points. By studying the rankings and staying flexible, you give yourself the best chance to turn tough choices into winning moves.